Hello, Carl again, Spicy Carl that is, here for another review. I really tonight was craving a sub. Generally, what I like is, you've seen me do Subway before with the sriracha. Maybe it wasn't really sriracha, but you know what I mean. Chicken melt. And tonight, I'm sure you've heard of Jimmy John's. It's a more gourmet sandwich place. It's a sandwich so fast you'll freak. Well, it wasn't fast enough because it closed. Literally 2 minutes before it closed 2 minutes after rather than when I got off work, and I get off work a little bit late sometimes, so it closed and I wasn't able to purchase the sandwich that I usually get, which is the number 11. I wanted to review it because I enjoy it. And finally, I really wanted to do something I enjoyed. So there's another alternative here in town. And wow. That's really bad. But there's another alternative in town. And it's called Milios. Milios is kind of a shoot-off of Jimmy John's, owned by different people. Rumor has it, I think, around town, it's more of a local sandwich shop, very similar sandwiches. Actually, the sandwich I got, the number 11 that I get from Jimmy John's, that's the turkey ham, provolone, lettuce, etc., tomato, and mayonnaise. I don't get mayo or tomato, but that actually is the same number here at Milio. So I mean, there's a lot of possibly copyright infringement, not really copyright infringement, but menu infringement, as Coke Zero would say, taste infringement. And I agree in this scenario. When you go to Milio's, the first thing is the one that I went to particularly was inside of a gas station. You go and you order from the actual Milio stand in the corner, and they give you a ticket. Then you have to go to the gas station counter on the other side. This is like inside of a Phillips 66 gas station, whatever it is. You have to pay at the big old guy, behind cigarettes, etc. He rings you up, and then you have to go back again to the sandwich section, and then you get your sandwich after you drop your receipt in a little tin can there. It's really awkward. It was really, the whole transaction was very uncomfortable. I felt a little bit violated in a lot of ways. And I don't know how I feel about that. Not necessarily suspicious, as I like to say, but just violated. I mean, it's just an odd transaction. As I'm sitting there waiting on my delicious sandwich to be made, number 11, which is identical to the Jimmy John's number 11, it seems. The number 11 on the menu is called, it's not club or anything like that, it's just called ham and turkey and provolone. That's what it's called on the menu. I mean, around it you have like various numbers. I don't have them on me right now. You have various numbers that are, like the Texas Stampede or Texas Steer or something like that, or the Texas Longhorn. Those are some that kind of, a lot of Texases, or a lot of cow products. I mean, those are the ones that stood out to me. But there are fancy names. My point is that there are fancy names all around, and this one's not a very fancy name, so that kind of threw me off a little bit when I'm trying to order a sandwich and everything else is named fancy and this one is not. So what am I expecting? Am I expecting this is a bad sandwich? I don't know. So let's see if it tastes like Jimmy John's. I eventually would like to go back to Jimmy John's if they didn't close at 9 p.m. Like Milio's closed at 10. That's the only reason they got out of business today. And they should be lucky because I'm a sophisticated palate. So this sandwich, after I've did the whole marathon of running back and forth from one counter to the other, eventually it said that it was $6.27. I don't know if that's the real price. Maybe he kind of took me for a fool and charged me a little bit extra, but $6.27 is what I paid apparently to my agreement here, my receipt. So I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this deliciousness, hopefully, here. And I got it on French. Again, I didn't get tomato on it. I didn't get mayo. I just don't like mayo. It's a fairly simple sandwich. It's hard to mess up. I would say. So I'm anticipating that I will enjoy this. Hopefully it will be a good review. Jimmy John's usually uses high quality products, constituents, I guess, within their sandwiches. You know, high quality meat, high quality cheese, and high quality lettuce. Usually very fresh, all very, very well done on very good bread. I love their bread, their French bread. So I'm going to try their French bread. The first thing I notice is that this one's carved out. You can see it. It's there's an indentation there. It looks like they carved it out. Jimmy John's doesn't do that, I don't think, unless you ask them. I don't know if they're trying to jip me here or what have you. I didn't ask for this, so I don't know if this is how it's normally done. To my recollection, I haven't really paid that close attention to how it was done in the past, but let's see if it's, you know, lacking any bread value, because I do love bread, absolutely adore bread. So looks like a great little loaf here, well cooked, well formed. Let's hope, with some sandwich meat. So let's and lettuce. It looks like. That's really good bread. That's a high quality bread. And actually, lettuce is really good too. Now, one thing I do kind of want to show you is, let's see if I can get it just right. As you see, they kind of form their subs in a Subway style. And the way I say that, I mean, I'm only comparing it to another Subway place or sub sandwich place. And by that I mean they fold the meat, and then they fold the cheese, they put everything on one side, and then they put the lettuce around it. It's kind of what they do here. As you can see, it's all folded on one side, and then so it's meant to be, I guess, I don't know, for some reason I like this a little bit better than, like, let's say the Jimmy John's-ish style, and then I think another couple other local places do it, at least here, where they put all the slabs of meat, they fold out the meat like that, and then they put the lettuce inside. For some reason I like this because it makes the sandwich crunchier. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of like the sandwich really crunchy. I like a crunchy sandwich. I like to have some substance to my bites, you know, instead of it all being slobby and, you know, like just kind of doesn't have a good form to it. You know, this has a great feel. So I had some hardware issues. Again, my computer froze. You know, I had a great ending to this whole thing, and you didn't miss much. I mean, I saved most of it. Luckily, my IT gurus here at Spicy Karl's were able to save enough. I guess what you missed was my final rating, which you know, as I commented earlier, I like the sandwich. It was very good, high quality ingredients, just like Jimmy John's. I mean, I like the high quality meat and the fresh lettuce. The cheese is pretty good. It pairs well. It's not overpowering, which it shouldn't be in this kind of sandwich. You know, and I commented on the lettuce. That was an important point, and I like that. I like that it's saved. I really do. So I'm going to probably splice these videos together. It's going to be really, really shoddy at best. So this is going to be one video, hopefully, if I can figure it out. If I can't figure it out, I'll just send it to my technicians, and my technicians can absolutely find it out and perform that to the utmost ability. I have confidence in that. So anyway, my final rating on this is not going to be quite an 8. Again, the whole transaction was very, very fishy. It was, you know, it was hard to walk back and forth. Not really hard, but you know, it was weird. It was just an odd, you know, like sandwich, a sandwich buying experience. You know, I mean, why can't I just pay at the point, you know, the point of where he's making my sandwich? I don't understand why they just don't have a credit card terminal or even a cash register. I have no idea. So this was just a little. That's gonna deduct it at least, you know, 1.7 points, and then another thing, just in general, I think it deserves another couple of deductions. Some things here and there, just because the meat was a little bit off the sandwich. I mean, it needs to be all tucked in as such. Ultimately, the bread's pretty good. Everything's very, very good on this sandwich. So I'm going to give it my highest rating yet. Not quite an 8, but very close. It's going to be a 7.972. 7.972 is absolutely my best rating so far, and it's one of my more favorite things to eat, at least at Jimmy John's, and Milios did a very good job of it. You know, I don't like how this bread was carved out. I mean, I felt like I got cheated. That's a deduction in itself. They should let me know that it's going to be, you know, the menu selection. Just, I mean, this was the most bland name for it. The bourbon doesn't pair well with it, just because it's a terrible, terrible bourbon. It's, you know, it's actually an American whiskey. It's not even really bourbon. It's the cheapest thing you can ever find, and the only reason I'm drinking it is because I wanted to try something terrible with something that I expected to be good, just to even things out a little bit in my mouth. You know, I don't like a big old party in there of goodness. I like my mouth to be an even keel, so I have to offset the good with the bad sometimes. Do not buy Old Thompson. That's what I have here, and it's just absolutely terrible. Anyway, God bless. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I can't wait to do more reviews, hopefully when I'm down south during Thanksgiving and doing a Chick-fil-A review, finally. It's been a while since I've had it. I'm just really looking forward to it. I might do a road review. So I always wear a tie when I drive, so it should be okay. It's going to be on the phone, but, you know, make it work. At least my technicians will. Anyway, God bless. God bless America. Come back and see me again. Thank you.